Alrighty. How's it going, everybody? We are here on my little jump ship here. I did make some changes, not too many though. And the reason why everything is kind of slow right now is because I did just log into the world, so everything's still got to kind of load a little bit. We have a couple of these things. I did put in some programmable blocks here because we did need those, and I need the solar manager because that's what monitors the batteries and gives me like an accurate percentage on, where all those things are at. And plus it gives me access to this cool thing, which kind of lets me know like what's going on. So you can see that we're at 21.9 megawatts, or megawatt hours, I should say. So that's about 30%, 20-30%, somewhere in there. And I did notice that when I had these things running normally, I was not like replenishing the power faster than I was using it. And that could have been a number of things, possibly additional lights. Some of these I have turned off. Like this one right here is turned off. So I'm just trying to save a little bit of power here and there. Honestly, I probably should have built this with a regular refinery so that way I could reduce the power on it even more. I think these things unmodified use up too much power for my system. But, I mean, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just that it doesn't work as well as it could work, I think is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so things generally haven't changed too much. I did label all of the vents. So all of those are now working properly. Before they were kind of not. And then as you can see here, I did find myself a nickel deposit. Another thing that I noticed is that with the basic refineries and going through stone, I'm not getting enough nickel. And so I just went over here, found one of my nickel deposits that I had already marked, just jumped to it. And just mined some nickel straight out of there. And we'll go ahead and check that out real quick. Okay. So if we go into here, you can see we've got 825, and it's going to take like 300 or so. No, I think it's like 300 to replace all the batteries. And then I could probably get rid of this stuff quickly. So we build up a surplus of the iron and the silicon, but we're not getting enough nickel out of just the regular stone. At least not with the way that I've got things set up right now. Additionally, I turned off the other refinery because I do have two on here. So one of them is turned off completely, trying to save a little bit of power so I'm not draining so much so quickly. But yeah, so we've got enough for a couple of charges, and we do have a decent amount of power cells left over. We still have some nickel that we can go through, some additional nickel here, a lot of nickel here. So we have enough to continue making basically everything that we need. We've got even more right here. So we have enough to basically charge up the entire ship using the system that I've got here. I did change this. Whoops, I don't want to go there. I want to go over here. Right, so I have this so that way these are going to be pulling off completely. So these are all in discharge right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I thought I counted 6 there. That was weird. All right, and then I just have all of these set to recharge. So we're pulling the maximum power that we can out of these batteries. And then you should see that, well, the background noise, I know you guys probably can't hear it, but the background noise did stop. So I'm kind of just setting this manually at this point. And then we put this back into auto. And then refinery's just kicked back on. And then we will do the grinders, grind down the batteries. And I think, are the welders still on? They're not supposed to still be on. Okay. And then we'll turn the grinders off, turn the projection on, and then turn the welders on. And we're basically recycling everything except for the power cells. And I think that's about as far as they'll get for now. And I had 77 power cells in there. I need 400. So that's 323. And then that should give us the full Yeah, so we need about 300 nickel for every recharge that we do for these 5 batteries. So just something to keep in mind there. I also turned off one of the other build and repair systems, so I don't need both on there right now. So I just have the one running, and then as this builds, those will kind of do their thing and build as we go. And yeah. And then once those are all built, then I'll go and change all of these on to discharge again. But for now, if we look at all of our batteries, or at least just one of the batteries, so we're at 41%. We were at 20-something% when I ended the last video, and then with additional testing, we did drop down to about 10%. And so I got a little worried there. So then that's when I started like looking through things. And now just going through here, and with the additional nickel that I got in there, we are actually at a net positive for everything. So that's good. And then these are set on discharge, so they won't accept any new charge once it comes in. And then we'll just continue getting these things built out. But I was kind of thinking, we've kind of got everything that we need. I mean, we've got the jump ship. We came off the planet. We flew off the planet. And then another thing that this uses is like the power consumption with these ion engines is like ridiculous. Like, look, if I just use 3 of them, we're down to 2 hours. And then like if I were to change and, you know, use even more, like do multi-directional movement or whatever, it's going to drop even more. So these things use up a lot of power. All right, so we're going to stop here. And I wish I had like a percentage that would show me like just how much like the total percentage of the batteries drops every time I do that, because then it would give me a better idea of how much I can actually move. Because that does use up a lot. So we're going to head over to this over here again. That's going to be Triton. We're going to go to the space station, and we're just going to jump to it. So, and then we'll call this an end to this particular chapter. And then we'll find another planet somewhere, and we'll kind of land on that one. And for that one, I think I want to go and make a bigger base, right? Not just like a little like building that I made on Pertam, and so something like I did in chapter 1, where I had like the whole like depot type thing, something like that, but actually finish it and then build like a bunch of satellite buildings that kind of do different things. And I think that's kind of what I want to go with. And then another thing that I want to do is see if I can research shields, because I still have not unlocked shields yet. So, and I'm going to have to get out of here. No, out. Then G menu. There we go. So we've got the shield emitter and the station emitter, but if we go into the projection, or the progression, I should say. Yeah, so you'll see that I don't actually have any of this unlocked right now. And then we can go all the way to like a shield enhancer. Is that new? Yeah, but like all of this stuff is unknown. At least, yeah, I don't know. So I do want to get to these, but you do need field emitters. And field emitters, if you want to make those, I think they're, yeah, here. They require gold and platinum. So, I mean, I've got platinum here, but I want to make a better jump ship, so that way I can kind of go in between the stations a little bit easier, because once I get like bases established on all the planets and stuff, then like as like a final chapter, we're going to set up like a whole like interworking thing where we can go to like one planet, pick up this one material, go to a different planet, pick up some more materials or something like that. Set up something on one of the ice planets, like for hydrogen and stuff like that. And we'll just like build things that can just get the hydrogen going. And so there's a lot that we can do, but yeah, so we are going to work on getting, okay, so yeah, we're going to work on just kind of continue setting all this stuff up. So this is the depot on the snow planet, not the ice planet, but the snow planet. Pertam. Spaceport Junction, Triton. Yeah, so Triton Station is where we're going. So we will select this one. And I don't think we're going to be able to make it in a single jump, so we might have to do 2 jumps. But yeah, so that's where we're going to go. And we're just going to kind of see where this goes. And we can get about a little over halfway there. And then we have to recharge the jump drives. And then we'll see kind of where we end up. And if I have to get any more materials, I don't think I'll have to. But, you know. And then we are going that way. And like I said, this will get us about halfway. Okay. So we are now here, and now the jump ship needs to recharge. And then hopefully there aren't any enemies around here. We do have an asteroid somewhat close. That one looks somewhat close as well. But yeah. So we're just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And then we just have to wait for this guy to charge up. And then while that is doing its thing, we're going to go and take a look at the batteries and just kind of watch the progress. All right. And now we can see that it's actually charging up pretty quickly. Okay. But we have all of the batteries here doing their thing. So we're going to turn all of these on to recharge again so we can pull the power out of those batteries. And then we can take a look at the batteries and see how long they'll last. Looks like 4 minutes, so it seems to be kind of the general thing. Max output is what they're doing, so that's good. And depending on how the jump drive is doing, we might actually not use up that much power at all, honestly. Yeah, we're already at 22%, so we'll be able to make the jump like easy. So yeah, I mean, this thing might actually be at about 50 to 70% charge by the time these batteries get depleted, and then we'll just make more. So as long as I'm here, I am going to do that. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get those set up. Yes, we need 267 roughly nickel per 400 of these. So that's how that works. Yeah. So no sense in kind of watching grass grow or paint dry. So I'm going to pause it. And I'll let you know when I do something. So probably once these get depleted, I'll restart and then kind of do the whole process again. And yeah, it'll be fun. I just realized that I still had my background processes on in the computer. So if I leave that on, that's what causes the game to crash. So yeah, good thing I caught that, because otherwise we would have missed like the entire jump. And then it's like, oh, sorry, lost the footage. That would have been kind of meh. But yeah, so we're at about 50%, roughly. And then we'll see what these batteries are at. And 2 minutes. Okay, so pausing again, and I will be right back. All right, so I just noticed this guy coming in. Or carrier tier 2. Since it is tier 2, it would probably tear the ship up. So, wait for the oxygen to vent out. If it will vent out. Oh, there's no power. Okay. So that means that if there's no power, why is that still on? I don't know. Okay. So these are all... Actually, if I'm out of power, that might actually be a good thing. Means he shouldn't detect me, right? Maybe? But anyways, let's go ahead and put these back onto auto. And we'll take a look at these. So 42%, 43%. So we are gaining a little bit of power. It's not much, but 3 to 4% every time. It's not bad. Okay. So with those on there, turn the grinders on, grind down the batteries again. Okay, and we'll turn grinders off, welders on. That is getting a little close. We'll turn the projector off for now. Turn the welders off. Okay. How are we doing? We are at 91%. So we might be able to jump before that thing gets too close. So I just want to kind of prep everything as much as I can anyways. Because once we get to the space station, it's got a ton of guns on it, so we should be well protected. But for now, can't really see that thing. Let me take over one of the guns. 10, 11, 12, 13, so it's probably this one, I think, maybe. Control. Yeah, okay, so that's the one on top. Good. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be flying under us. So hopefully that will be fine and it won't get too close. But at the same time, we do have to get out of here, so we'll see how this guy's doing. We are at... Yeah, so we're fully recharged. Okay, so we are going to jump one more time, and that should get us the rest of the way there. I just want to double check, because it's always good to double check. Max jump, distant, current jump, blah, 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 blah. We still have Triton Station. Okay, good to go. 9. We can now make it 100% of the jump, and we are getting out of here. Okay. And so now we should be pretty close to Triton Station. And we are. Okay, there it is. Triton Station. So we'll find one of the docks here and we'll just kind of park ourselves down at it. So let's get her going. Hopefully there aren't too many bad guys around here. But yeah, so we'll just take a look at this because I know you guys probably haven't seen it in a while. But so there is the first wedge that I ever made right there. We have a bunch of smaller connectors here. We have our solar array here. Looks like it's still working, which means that we still have power. We have guns all over the place. This is the top of the tower. This is like the living area. And then this is the maintenance / production area. And we have guns here. We have a gun over there. I think we have more guns over there. We've got more guns over here. We've got guns on the wedge. We've got guns here. So I made this thing very, very well protected. There's more guns there. And these are a bunch of small grid ships that I've made along with the little connectors for them. More guns over here on this side. And more things that I was building over here. I did build these kind of like in different shapes and lengths and stuff. So I could like try to accommodate for, you know, different size ships and stuff. But yeah. I mean, it works well, so yes, we got another solar panel over there, solar panel here. I think there's another one over there. So lots of power generation going on here. And then we do have the huge planet down there. And I think we might be able to see the depot. No, there's a train wreck. Yeah, that was a bad day. Where? Maybe it got destroyed. The depot should be down here somewhere, but I don't see it. All right, so let's see where we are. Where do I want to plug into? Not sure, actually. I mean, I've got plenty of places, but this has a connector on the bottom, and I don't think I have any top-facing connectors. I mean, we don't need them, obviously, so I think I will actually put myself over onto this one. So we'll just move kind of that way. And then I'm not sure how I want to connect in here, if I want to do it sideways or just up and down relative to the station anyways. Another thing is I built the station just beyond the gravity well of the planet, and that is what made going down and getting materials a lot easier. And I do believe that I have a re-entry ship already built over here. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Went a little too far, but that's okay. And then I think I want to go up and down this way. And we'll straighten ourselves out a little bit. I'm not too worried about how much power I'm going to be using here because we are about to connect to it, which should work on kind of recharging everything. So we'll hop down a little bit. And then you can see I was kind of like in the middle of building another. Well, I'll fly around and show you because it's just going to be easier to show you that way. All right. How are we doing? There we go. And then let me see if I can get myself to straighten out a little bit. I think that'll be good. All right. Oh, and yeah, turn off those dampeners off. Okay. So we are now here. I believe that we should be transferring all of the materials off of the ship and into the station, which will be fine. Not too worried about that. All right, but here we are on the station. So down there is basically at the edge of gravity. And then over here we have a bunch of smaller areas that we can connect ships to if we need to, including another area off of here. We have our main storage spine here. And then this is just kind of like a tower that goes up. And you get in through here. And then you just kind of go into here. And then go straight up into here. And this is our battery section here, I guess. And then this is the entrance into here. And then we do have gravity here. And then you can see that, yeah, so this is our little airlock to get outside from here. And then this is our main production area right here. So we've got yield modules and all kinds of fun stuff on here. Let's see, speed modules, power efficiency modules. So, and then I don't know if I can tell what assembler I used. Nah, probably not. But yeah, and then we have some basic graphics here. We've got our programmable blocks here. Another programmable block down in here. There's another one over here as well. It's been a while since I've been here. Oh no, there isn't one here. There is a recharge chair though, in case you need to sit down and recharge, you know. All right, and then we go up to, and there's our gravity generator right there. And then we go up to our main living area. Now this is all open through here, right? So if you want, you can actually fly down through the middle and go into there. And then this is kind of like our kitchen / dining area over here. It's not very well, and decorated, I guess, but it's got pretty much everything you need. Little sitting area over here, medical room over here, a couple of crew quarters over in here. They have their own couch, bed, bathroom, shower, all kinds of stuff. A couple of wall lockers, a little kitchen, so we can rest in style here, along with a bar, because you need a bar, obviously. Okay, so let's see. And then up here is the command deck. And so originally, if you have watched Chapter 1, then you already know all of this. But if you have not, this entire thing, at least the main portion of this station, was actually a ship that I built on the surface, and I flew up here. And then once I got it to where I wanted it to go, then I sort of made everything else that's here. So like just this main section here from that corner piece right there up to there was all one piece. Oh yeah, and little skylights over here. I forgot that I added those. But yeah, so and then I had a bunch of rockets down here on the bottom. Hydrogen rockets, obviously, because that's how I got off the planet. And I flew this entire thing up here. And then once I got up here, then I built this guy. I built each of those things off of them. Oh, right. And this is our food production area. And I have to remember how to get down there. Was it from the bottom? I don't remember, but yeah, so we've got a bunch of O2 farms here, getting in a little bit of stuff. This is our main storage. So we've got 4 large containers down here on the bottom. Oh, and this is how I got in here. Okay. So then you go through here, little build and repair kit over here. And then if we go into here, this is our food production area. And this is all the large grid stuff, so it works very well. So if I need food, I can make it from here. And this is also like its own like little system. So I don't know what I can make here or what there is to make. I have no idea. Drinking water packet. Do I need water? Might need water. Those are the open cage hydroponic farms. Where is my water recycler? Hydroponics, hydroponics, hydroponics. Oh, up here. Yep. Okay, so I think I need some ice, so I'm gonna go and grab some. And okay, so we have some food here, so I'll recharge or get a little bit there. We have some stuff made here already. And that should, yeah, so all of this is all connected, but it's not connected to the main system, which means it is not going to be pulling stuff out of here and trying to put it into the main space station's sort of storage, right? It's not going to try to put anything down here. And then as far as what I've got, we have all kinds of stuff here. I did a lot of salvaging of ships and stuff, so I would bring them back, break them down, kind of like what I've been doing with some of the ships here in Chapter 2. And right now I'm looking for ice, and you can see we have just a ton, and I mean a ton of materials. And I could just look up ice. That would probably be the easiest way to do this. Ice. I have no ice. That's not good. Wait, no, I have water in the hydroponic farms. Meh. Okay. Yeah, so I'm okay for now. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw all of this stuff into there, and then I'll get myself up into the main living area, into one of the apartments, and respawn myself. And then we'll try to figure out where we want to go next, and then we'll work on building up our stuff there. So going up here, and then we should be within gravity and good to go. Okay. So we're gonna go into this apartment here. This is usually the one that I go into. Have a seat here. Have a look out at the beautiful, I don't know, star map, I guess. All right. So now we have to figure out where we want to go. And it's not going to let me do that when I'm sitting down. So that's cool. Okay. Oh, and I have to change it. I don't know if it's going to automatically respawn me here or if it'll let me choose. Okay, good. It let me choose. So we can basically go to anywhere that we've already been. We've got a bunch of survival kits. So this is on the train. This is on the first train that I tried making. That's the little train engine that I started off with. And that's the second train. This one is on... Okay, so this is kind of like my... the little ship that kept me alive. Like it can make food and stuff like that. And it's got its own power source to keep everything, you know, kind of powered. But that is down on... the depot down on the surface. So we can go there one of these other times. This is... Where is this? I don't remember this one. Huh. Okay, and this is all part of the same thing, it looks like. Oh, wait, no. I know what this is. Okay. So this is the first ship that I tried making to leave the first planet, and this is the one that failed, right? Because it was too big, too heavy. So that one is still there. And then this is the very first base that I made, and that's kind of like the main thing there. This is my poor little thing that kept losing all of its wheels. Okay. And then this has kind of got a better view of the depot. I know that it's like super like washed out and everything, but you can see that I was kind of building like walls going around the side. Okay, can you go away? So this was the main living area. This was the battery pill. This right here was the vehicle thing, and then we had a bunch of things for small grid ships to kind of mount up on top of there, and then you could walk right up on top of here, so that was kind of cool. I built a... this is like the space dock right there, so this is where I built the big ship that became the space station. Let's see. This is an assembler, and I was going to build like a little kind of building like this shiny blue one kind of around it. This is the stockyard. It looks like a couple of those have been destroyed. This was the very first building that I think I made down here as part of this. But yeah, lots of... Okay, and then this is the Oasis base. And that's the one that's on Pertam. And then here is the station that we just arrived at. You can see the porpoise right there. And then Pertam Station Medical Room. So this is... Okay, so this isn't actually showing the asteroid around everything, but this is the asteroid base above Pertam. Medical room on the porpoise. And then we go into the planets. So we have the alien planet, Titan. We have Europa. Now, Europa is going to be impossible for me to do because jetpacks don't work within gravity. And the only way that you can get materials here, like stone, is if you leave gravity and you go mine an asteroid and you bring it back down. So this I'm not going to be able to do, even if I wanted to. But this one is actually really, really fun if you have regular jetpacks because it makes... Because, I mean, this is all ice, right? I mean, you can maybe find some trace materials in, like, boulders and stuff, but it's just, yeah, nah. And then we have the moon. We have Mars. Mars might be interesting. And then we have the Earth-like, which I think might actually be kind of fun if we did that one. But that's, like, really, really easy. And then these are the two Pertam planets that I put in. I think this one's the moon, and then this one is the actual planet. And then we have Triton. Okay, Triton drop pod there. And then this thing, like doing this is actually pretty easy. So the space pod, starting off with that is, it says that it's hard, but it's really not. It's actually pretty easy. And you just have to keep building up and building up and building up and building up. And then if you can find some wreckages and, you know, kind of grab some of the stuff off of there. So that one is actually pretty easy. So Europa, probably not. I could do the Earth-like, maybe. I mean, that would be good for probably like a main base. So I might actually, I think I'm actually going to do this one. So we'll do the Earth-like. And this will be the start of chapter 3. Oh, and we're up in the mountains. Good. Good. Because that makes this a little bit more difficult. And it looks like we aren't going to have any issues with landing. That is, unless we crash. Yikes. And then we should, and then I don't have anything. Oh, but we're going to land on the edge. This might not be great, especially if we roll. Please don't roll. Please don't roll. Thank you. Okay. All right. So here we are. Okay. So I have no idea, but I like having this kind of like up in the mountains instead of just like in a nice open plains area, because it makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay. Now building down in there might be kind of cool, but we're out of the sun. So power would be an issue, potentially. And if we go up higher, we have snow, which can become ice. So I think we're going to try to build up on top of the mountain here. And that'll make getting around interesting. Like we'll have to probably like build some roads and stuff. So yeah, overall, I think this is a good place. So I'm going to go ahead, get my tools. So I just have the basic tools again, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's whatever. All right. And then I do want to see if I can get some ice along with everything else right away, because then I can start making food, and I am going to need that. I am only at 33 and 30%. So I am going to need something like that. So I think I'm going to start kind of right here. No, come back. Don't go rolling down the hill. I need you. Thank you. Okay. Now I have to figure out where it was that I drilled, and I think it was up here, in here. Yeah, okay. Nope, I did not want to do that. That was a bad idea. So once again, we are in gravity, so my thrusters will work enough to get me out of a hole, but not much beyond that. Okay, so what do we got? So we're getting all ice now, which is good. And then we just need to go and get down through the ice and then into the stone. We might have to make a different hole for that. I'm not sure yet. But if we go and dig that way, we should hit stone eventually. But for now, oh wait, no, I did not want to do that. Okay. Okay, so a respawn pod over here. And then I don't think I have spiders or wolves enabled on here, so there shouldn't be any kind of enemies or anything like that. I do want to conserve power on here as much as I can. And I don't know if I can put ice in here. Can I put ice in here? I can't. Okay. So we'll put the ice in here. And it does give me a gun. Not that I'm going to need it yet. Okay. And then let's go into here. Okay, sir, if you don't mind. I don't want to use up too much of my hydrogen here. Okay, and then we'll unlock everything. Okay, so we do have some thrusters. And then I can actually activate this and use this to fly. It's just going to be a little tricky. So that's not going to be too much of an issue, I don't think. As far as the lights go, I do want to turn all of these off. Let's see, what else do we have? The ore detector. Don't think I need that on. Survival kit do need. Parachute hatch don't need. Ore detector, okay, that's off. That I do need. Landing gear 4, the beacon, the battery, and the antenna. So we'll turn the antenna off. And we'll just go with the beacon here because it doesn't use as much. And I can go within 1.5 clicks of here and it should work just fine. Now let's take a look at our battery. And we have 3 days available, but that's without using any power. Like we're not actually running the survival kit to like process anything. So I think we were up over here. Or up here, or something like that. We're over here somewhere. I don't remember. Was it here? Yes, it was here. Okay, good. So I'm gonna mark a GPS on here. Earth-like mine. Okay, so now I'll be able to find this every time, which will be good. And I think I want to go this way. I can't tell if I'm actually making any progress. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm making any progress. What is holding me back here? There we go. Okay, so now we should be digging into some of the stone, which will be good. All right. Might be a good idea to get that unknown signal, but at the same time, maybe not. Okay, what do I have? Okay, so I do have some stone and I do have some organics, so that'll be good. And we'll hop over here to the respawn pod. So organics are good for food, and I'm going to need some of those sooner than later. So we'll throw the stone in there, and then we'll throw this into there if it can hold it. Then we'll throw this into here. Yeah, okay, so we can't hold too much more ice, but we do have a decent store of ice, so that'll be good. And then I need to queue up the stone processing. And we're just going to have that just continually make stone. All right, and we're at like 44 minutes so far. I mean, I think we've done a decent amount. I mean, got into the jump ship, kind of explained some stuff, jumped to the station, explained the station, kind of showed off the station a little bit. And then respawned, found ourselves a nice new planet to go to. Okay. And then I think that'll be good here. And I think I am going to be picking up a lot of the organic stuff, especially since I'm digging so close to the surface. And that was a text. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not too worried about that, honestly. Okay. So we'll throw that in there. Okay, we have a little bit more ice. So we'll throw that in here as well. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna have to build basically a little tiny base, and I want to do it kind of over there. And I also kind of want to fly this thing. And hang on, I'm going to check those messages real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay. So let's see what we're going to need. We're going to need a refinery. We're going to need power, probably first, and a battery. That's going to be not too fun. What do we have? 138 iron, 11 nickel, and 18.4 silicon. I'm going to get a couple more loads of stone. And then we're going to have to start looking for cobalt. I think that's going to be the next thing that we're going to need. And then from that we can make metal grids, and then with the metal grids we can make additional thrusters and all that other fun stuff. So but yeah, I mean, it's just going to be kind of like a slow and steady process. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. And, you know, we'll get there. So, and then I want to check what the battery usage is going to be like when we actually have the survival kit processing, because that'll give me a better idea of how much time I have before I need to start actually getting this thing connected up to something and powered. So 5 hours is what I've got. That is enough, I think. Yeah, I think that's enough. And then also, if I did turn on these guys and have this thing kind of actually go out. Also, does this thing have a gyro? This does not have a gyro. Okay, so we would need the gyro before we did anything. And if we built a small grid gyro, that requires... Okay, I think we can actually make this. So maybe I should work on building a gyro first, and then we can actually move the ship somewhere a bit more steady, where we can actually build, you know, the actual base, kind of go from there. So 25 steel plates, 5 construction components. Or, you know what, I could, wait, no, I can't do it that way because this thing does not have a build planner. So let's see, so 25 of those. And then we need to keep looking through here. 5 construction components, 1 large steel tube. We can't make the large steel tube until we have an assembler. Okay. So, oh man, I forgot how difficult this was. Actually, hang on. If I took this apart, does that give me, okay, that gives me a motor. Does not give me a large steel tube though. Is there anything here that would? Okay, that would give me 1 large steel tube, but then I would lose some thrust, but that might not actually be a bad thing. And I am thirsty, which is never a good thing. Okay, so first things first is I need water. Oh man. Okay, so daily needs, water recycler. This is going to be like the first thing that I need. Girder, interior plates, large steel tubes. Oh, but I need the small one. Still need a large steel tube and a small steel tube. Does this have a small steel tube? No. Something needs to have a small steel tube. I might actually die here until I can figure this out. Okay, O2, no. Definitely don't want to destroy that thing. Man. Can I make small steel tubes? I cannot. Okay, how about the emergency kit? Yeah, emergency rations. Steel plate, motors, displays, girders. Okay, so I can make all of this. Get some of our parts from here. Nope. And then I'm just going to stick this thing kind of on the front here. So emergency rations. So we'll throw that on there. So we're going to need another motor, computers, construction components, displays, girders, interior plates. Fun times. Okay, and we'll drop down and we'll get rid of this one too. Take its pieces and parts. That has some additional construction components, so I'll take those. Okay, so I need 2 computers. Okay. Make me 2 of those, please. Good. All right. Okay, so that's good. Now we just need displays and whatever, but I believe I can throw ice in here. And then it should be able to make water out of it. Maybe. Yeah, okay, good. Needs a lot of ice to make water though. Okay. So that's doing its thing, so we should be okay for now. Probably should have built that first. Probably would have been a good idea. Okay, do we have water made yet? It's very slow. These emergency rations just require gravel? Really? Okay. Then give me some of those as well, because I'm probably going to need food as well. So we'll throw that in there. Oh, this is all that it can hold. And we'll throw that in there. Okay, good to go. Production, how are we doing? We have water? We have water. That only made 0.1 water. Oh my god. That is not good. Yeah, this thing is not efficient at all. Wait, we are only taking 4 damage per. I think we were at -8. And then we do need some oxygen, so we're going to put some of this ice back into here. And the O2 is low up here. All right, so what are we doing here? Slowly dying is what we're doing. Very, very slowly dying. Okay, now we're at 0, so that's good. We're not going to be taking damage yet. But we are going to need a lot of ice for this thing, which is kind of ridiculous. So we're just going to make another 10 of these. And we're going to go grab some more ice. Because I think we're going to need it. And then the water recycler, I'm sure, is going to be a lot more efficient than the emergency rations. But the emergency rations is the only thing that I can build right now. So, got to make it difficult starting out, right? All right. Okay, so we have a little bit more ice. This is interesting, like just trying to survive, like the very first, I guess, instance of all this. Okay, so how are we doing? Let's drink some more water. Hey, we're at 3, all right. Good to go. All right, and then I also want to make some of these. Just so that we have food, because I know that's going to be an issue pretty soon. But we're still going to need more water, so we just got to wait for that to continue doing its thing. And then I'll put as much ice as I can in here, and then throw the rest into here. And then, let's see, stone can go into here. All right, so, I guess we can start working on our little tiny base. And we're just going to do it kind of, I don't know, by frames. We're not actually going to build anything out because we don't make enough of anything yet to do that. All right. So align to planetary and artificial gravity, which is what I want. Do you not like rotate at all? No? Okay. So I guess this is how we're going to build it. I probably want to build it kind of down here. Just give ourselves like a nice little, I don't know. Well, actually, no. Hang on. I'm thirsty again. Okay, so let's change the build mode. So if I were to, there we go. Okay, good. So this is how I want this to go. Kind of going out this way. Just give ourselves like a nice little platform to start working off of. And then we'll go out one more over here. Okay. And that will be good. Now we need to go and get ourselves some more water. Hopefully we have enough. And then I may end up flying this thing over there as soon as... Oh, good, we got 0.3. Haha. Okay, so we're at 15 water, so that's good. Still making that stuff, so that is good. And I'm just going to make like all the water. I'm not going to be able to make that much, but you know, it's whatever. And we are nearly at an hour. Okay. So we've got this kind of started. And then I do want to, let's see, I'm going to need wind. I'm going to need wind. Okay, so we'll do that. Try to build this thing up. And then stairs, these take interior plates. Do I have any of those? I do not. Okay. And I am going to need food soon. So I think I'm going to take one of those waters and turn it into a food. Can you think like water and gravel and they're making actual food out of it? That's kind of ridiculous. And we'll throw that up in front. And then we'll drink this water, and then that one should... Oh, but that needs 0.5. So we need 5 water for that thing to build? Oh, that's to make 5. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay. No, we're okay. We're okay. Then that should be doing its thing. We are at 17 water or thirst or whatever. So yeah. All right. Yeah, fun times. Right, and I need interior plates, which means I'm gonna need more stone. Okay. That should give me a decent amount of stone. Now, should I have built a mine directly next to this thing? Probably. Might have been a good idea. But you know what? I like being difficult. So we're going to build 5 of those as needed. We're going to throw that in there. Continue getting ourselves some iron. We are going to need a lot of it. How are we doing over here? Okay, so we have our ration. Okay, so we ate that. Don't know if it did any good, but we ate it. We have more water being made, so that's good. And yeah, I think we've got some good progress going on. I don't know how I want to do this exactly as far as the recording goes, because a lot of this stuff is like really repetitive and boring, and you guys have seen it twice already, so you know, seeing it again probably not really necessary. So in the next video I might just do kind of like a lot of pausing, where, you know, like I'll go and dig out a bunch of stuff and make up a bunch of stuff, and then like when I start actually building something, then I'll actually hit the recording. But for all the kind of boring stuff, I'll just probably just, I don't know, fast forward through it, I guess. But yeah, so here's our start. I do want to take advantage of as much of this planet as I can. I think we're going to try to make it like our base of operations, I guess. And yeah, it'll be interesting. Okay, we're still barely keeping ourselves afloat here. Oh good, another one. Okay, so that moves us up 6. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think I'm going to call this episode here. This is going to be the start of chapter 3. And yeah, should be interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, I hope you will join me for the next one. And I will see you then. Have a good one.